I feel like a lot of people grow up wanting, when they're big readers as kids, they grow up wanting to be authors. And at one point, I looked over at a book on my shelf, and it said MT Books on the spine. It was the name of an imprint at Little Brown at the time, and that's my initials. And I went, wait a second, there's people who like create the books as opposed to writing the books. I want to do that.
Right.
I think I was like 12, 13 when I noticed that. And I certainly have enjoyed creative writing, but I've never identified as like a, writer and author. So I always wanted to be part of the creation of the books in any other way, shape, or form. So that sort of shaped where I went, into high school and into college. So my degree at Emerson College actually has publishing in the name. I was a writing, literature, and publishing major. And I chose that major because it had publishing in it. I didn't want just an English degree. I knew I could get that pretty much anywhere. I wanted, something very specific to publishing. And I had my heart set on being an editor, which I think a lot of people who want to break into the industry, want to do. And I ended up in the editorial department at Pearson, making college level math textbooks for about 2 years straight out of college. And I am not a math person. My last math class I took was, I think, junior year of high school. And it was more of a managing editorial role. So I was really helping get the books from manuscript to finished copy. There was not a lot of, math double checking that I was doing, but it was a foot in the industry. It was a way to figure out how books are made, how they go from an idea in an author's head to a finished copy, and sort of a crash course in sales too, how we get specifically textbooks in that, situation from the publisher to the people who need them. So it was a really interesting sort of intro into the industry, very different from what I do now, but gave me a lot of really great groundwork, I think, that helped in my